guys. I'm making a Gazan classic. It's called Sayadiyah, and it's my favourite food. Technically it's not just a Gazan dish, because other countries like Lebanon that have coasts in the Levant, they have it too, they eat it as well, but everyone makes it slightly differently. But I'm making it the way that my mum made it, and I've made it with white bait, which is not conventional, but that's the fish that I have on hand. And traditionally we would make it with meatier fish like halibut, cod, those kinds of fish. When I was young, my mum used to always make it with coli. I don't know how you pronounce it, but coli or collie, because it was a meaty fish and sturdy, like held together, and cheap, and that's what we could afford. Anyway, it's better to make it with fish like that, but it's expensive, and I managed to get my hands on some white bait, so I'm trying it out with that. I tried it out, I made a small portion of it. I made this yesterday, and I'm just cooking it today. Like, just adding the water to cook it through. And I just need to fluff it up a bit at the top. Oh, also, I wouldn't normally use quick cook rice. I've never really used it in my life before. I find it very odd, to be honest, but I've somehow got it by mistake. And I think it's probably for the best with something like this, so the fish doesn't get too tough when you cook it. So basically, it's just onions, fish that are battered in like flour with spices in, like a mix of spices. I've added garlic, but that's not really a thing. And I've added green cardamom, but I don't think that's conventional either. I just like green cardamom. I don't like garlic. And basically you just have to deep fry them so they go crispy on the outside, and let the onions like burn a little bit, and then you have to like layer it up in the bottom of the pan, so you have to put so I kind of skipped a step, hang on. The rice, you have to let it soak, although technically with quick cook rice, not really, but I still would recommend soaking your rice for the best results. Hang on. I've got to see if it's time to turn the heat off. Yeah, it's kind of almost done. Anyway. Yeah, you have to let your rice soak. And for a pan that's this big, I don't know what kind of, this is probably like 15 centimetres. It was 1 cup of rice. So like the cup as in like the American measurement, the bread measurement. And and I just left it to soak, but then it really like drank the water. So anyway, we left that to soak for, I don't know, at least half an hour, do that, but I think I left it for like an hour. Then I put all the spices and the salt and pepper in with the rice, mixed it in, and also like a tablespoon of butter. Like spreadable butter, so it's like the one that's mixed with oil. And then mixed it through. And then layered up the thing. So put like a little bit of rice at the bottom, and the garlic, the white bait, and some of the onion. And put the rest of the rice on top. Put some green cardamom pods in there with the rest of the rice that I was putting on top. And then left it overnight. Oh, then I put the rest of the onions on the top. Then left it overnight, and then today I'm just adding the water. I was supposed to cook this for food, but I didn't really fancy it, so I made like a flatbread pizza to break my fast because I didn't really feel hungry. I just had to have something. And this is quite like, this is really flavoursome. This is like the meal that you would have like for you with your family and stuff on the weekend. A bit like magluba, but this is with fish. Anyway, thought I'd share this. This is like my little favourite food of my life. You would serve it with, you can make like a tahina mixed with yogurt, like a sauce thing, a tahina sauce. You can serve it with like roasted pine nuts on top. We never used to do that when I was a kid because pine nuts were expensive, but I have got those roasted pumpkin seeds that I'm gonna try. I roasted in the spices. I'm gonna try it with that. But we used to have it with salad when I was younger. I just don't have all the things to make Arabic salad. Yeah, I don't have all the things to make Arabic salad. Or Arabic pickles, that's a good thing. So if you've got some Arabic pickles, that's also good to have. Also, one thing I didn't have that you really should put in is like one deep fry, you know, like when you deep fry your fish in the batter and stuff, like one whole chilli, and you put it in the bottom. So the rice isn't spicy, but it just has that subtle, it's like part of the subtle blend of the spiciness. But I did put cayenne pepper in the spices with the batter when I was cooking the fish. I think I should turn the heat off now. That's divine. Sorry, I can't, got no way of filming while I'm cooking, and it's a meditative process for me, so these aren't really invited. But I do want to share this very little known dish that is a flavour of Gaza and other coastal places in the Levant. I mean, other places in the Levant might eat it too, but it's eaten a lot in Gaza because it's on the sea. And I'm going to flip it. In fact, I have to let it rest for a bit, so yeah, I have to let it rest before I can flip it. So I'm not going to do that now because it will just be waiting for 10 minutes on the camera and I don't have 10 minutes worth of stuff to say. So that's what I'm going to do. That's all really. If I feel like recording the flip, then you'll know about it because there'll be a part 2. But if I don't, I hope that you make Sayadiyah and you enjoy it because it's a very delightful dish. That's all. Bye.